طيب بسم الله, we can start. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we will continue the function operation and the composition of the function. If you remember what we discussed about this lesson yesterday, we finished the 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and how we can find the common domain. Any problem for addition, subtraction, multiplying, and division, and how to find the common domain?
No. Can we have just one quick rundown?
If I find one we didn't finish, I will solve it. But I think we finish all. We finish all of them. We finish all of the question. So if you have any question, you can just send it to me and I will solve it. No problem for that. Okay. So today, inshallah, we start with the composition of the function. What is the meaning of the composition of the function? Composition of the function that we use one of the function to substitute in the other one. And we define the composition of the function by f composite G of X. What is the meaning of this one? Which is we use the function G of X to substitute in the function G. So it will be f of the function G of X. But when I say I need G composite f of X, it means I will use the function f of X to substitute at the function G. So it will be G of the function f of X. That is the difference between them. If I start with f, so I need to use this function. That is the function, that will be the main function. That will be the result. And I will use the second one to substitute at the first one. That is the idea of the composition. Any problem for this one?
No.
Okay.
No.
So we have the function f of x equals, that is the first function that we have, of x equals x power 2 plus 1. And the second function x minus 4. We need to find each of the following. We need to find f composite G of X. That is the first one. What is the meaning of f composite G of X?
That is f of G of X.
That means we need to find f
G in
of
F.
G of X. I will put G in F. So it will be?
That be
It will be x minus 4 squared in brackets.
So
plus
it will
1.
be f of, what is the value of G of X? G of X equals, I will just replace G of X with its value, which is x minus 4. Then for the function f of X, I will replace each x with x minus 4.
X squared.
So it will be x minus 4 all to the power 2 plus 1. So it will be?
That be x squared minus 8x.
X squared minus 8x plus 16 plus 1. So the simplest form, no, not plus 4, plus 16. The first to the power 2 minus first times second times 2 plus the second to the power 2, then plus 1. So the simplest form will be x power 2 minus 8x plus 17. So that is the meaning of f composite G of X. Any problem for this one?
No.
No.
Okay. So the second one, we need to find G composite f of X, which equals, we will use Asha. G of f of X. So it will be, I will just remove f of x and put its value. What is the value of the function f of x? It's equals x power 2 plus 1. So I will replace here with x power 2 plus 1. So I need to find the value of the function g of x power 2 plus 1. It means at the function g of x, I will replace each x with x power 2 plus 1. So it will be x power 2
minus
X squared
plus
minus
1
3.
minus 4. So it will be the simplest form now will be then G of x equals x power 2 minus 3. The last part that we have, we need to find f of G, f composite G of 2. Where is f composite G? That's f composite g.
We put 2 inside.
Just
G of X.
replace x with 2. So you have two ways to solve this one. You have two ways to solve this one. The first way, that is the normal way. We just find FOG. Then after that, we will find f composite g of x of 2. Just replace x with 2. So it will be 2 to the power 2 minus 8 times 2 plus 17. So the answer now will be 4 minus 16 plus 17. So the answer now will be 5. Or you can find it with another way. The other way that we can find. That is the first way. Any problem for the first way?
No.
Okay. For the second, just adding, just by substitution.
Replacing.
Replace x with 2. But for which function? For the function f composite g. The second way, if I say f composite g of x, how we can solve it? We can say f of g of x. Is that right?
Yes.
So suppose that we have here 2. So I will need to find g of 2. So step number 1, find g of 2. What is the value of g of 2? Just at the function g.
-2.
Yes, so it will be 2 minus 4. It's mean g of 2 equals -2. Then after that, find f of the answer that you find here, -2. So step number 1, find g of 2. What is the answer that you find? -2. Use the answer that you find at the second function, which is f. So it will be -2 all to the power 2 plus 1, which equals 4 plus 1. So the answer now will be equals 5. The same answer that you find.
Sir, can I ask one question?
What?
The first, how did you do the first part? Like
which part? Which part? Right. The part here 1, 2, 3.
For the ninth part, first solution.
The first solution? How I did it?
Yeah, the ninth one. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
This one, okay. Just we have here f. Suppose that I'm saying that's f of x. This function. If I need f of 1, how you can find it?
This x.
Replace x with 1. Is that right?
Yes.
So where is the function f composite g of x? What is the value of this function? Can you write this function? What is the answer that we find for this one? We said f composite g. Can you see this one?
Yes.
So it will be x squared minus 8x plus 17. Is that right?
Yeah.
So when I say f composite g of 2, that means just replace x for this function with 2.
Yeah.
When I need g o f, g composite f of 2, how we can solve it?
G of f.
For this function, I will replace x for this function.
Yeah.
You understand this? So it will be 2 to the power 2 minus 3, which equals 1.
Yeah.
Any problem for this one?
No.
Any problem for this one? Anyone didn't understand how we solve it?
No.
Understood.
Okay. So we need to solve it because I will solve number 10. Then you will continue solving. So number 10, how we can solve it? We need, number 1, we need to find f composite g of x. So how we can find f composite g of x? The first one, we'll find f of g of x. So f, what is the value of g of x? Which is 5 minus x squared, which equals
3
minus
x.
At the function f of x, I will replace each x with 5 times 5 minus x squared. So it will be 3 times 5 minus x squared plus 1. So it will be. Sorry? Wallahi, the sound is not clear.
-3.
Just 1 minute, Omar, because he asking a question. Yeah, Amr. What's your question? No question. خلاص.
Negative 3x
15
squared.
minus 9?
15. Add the first 3 times 5. So it will be 15.
Oh, okay, 15.
3 times negative,
Minus
negative
3x.
so negative 3x squared. Then
Plus 1.
Plus 1.
plus 1 because 1 outside the
Which is
parentheses.
3.
So it will be
Negative
negative
3x
3x
squared.
squared plus 16.
Plus-
This is the first one. Plus 16.
Yes.
Any problem for this one? The second part, we need to
No.
find G composite f of x. Do you have any question? Wallahi, because I hear some.
So G.
Yeah, Omar. Yeah, Omar. Yeah. Do you have any question?
I don't, sir.
No. There's someone is talking, but I can't hear him. There's a problem. Okay. Type. We need to find G composite f of x. How we can find it?
Okay.
We'll use
Hello,
G to find.
Is my voice clear now?
Yes.
Okay, sir. We studied this last year, right? The
Yes.
same thing.
Yes. But we use it. Most of the lesson we studied last year in Algebra 1, but we just add a few points. Pre-calculus is the same like Algebra 2, but we add some points extra. Algebra 2 like Algebra 1, but we add something extra. That's all. We just take the part that we need from the last year, then we add an extra, a new part. So G of what?
G of X equals
Not G of X. I need to find G.
G
Composite
of
F.
F of X.
Sultan, براح اشرح لك.
Wait, no, not sorry. G of 3x plus 1.
Yes,
right?
G of 3x plus 1. So it will be equals
Okay,
5
equals
minus
5 minus 3x minus 1 squared.
3x plus 1 squared, which equals
5 minus 9x squared
5 minus, open a bracket, so it will be 9x squared
plus 6x
plus 6x
plus 1.
plus 1. Any problem for the bracket?
No.
Any problem for the
No,
parentheses?
sir.
Anyone didn't understand how to find it?
No problem, sir.
Okay, so 5 minus
No problem.
9x squared minus 6x
Okay.
minus 1. So the final answer now will be negative 9x squared
9x
minus
squared
6x
minus
plus 4.
plus 4.
The last part that we need to find, which is f
That's
composite
the
G of
factor.
3. So how we find it? The last part?
We replace the first one
The first one with
with 3.
3. So we need to find.
Yes.
Oh, just erase to start
So,
from here. F
Negative 3
composite
times
G
9 plus 16.
of 3. So it will be negative 3 times 3 to the power 2 plus 16, which equals negative 81 plus 16. So this one will be equals 65.
So isn't it negative 27?
Negative 27, sorry.
Yeah.
Negative 27 plus 16, so it will be negative 11.
Negative
Negative 11. The answer is negative.
Sir,
Yes.
how do you do FOG 3? Do you solve G of 3 and then you put G of 3?
That is G of 3. This is FOG of X. This one.
Okay. And then we use this formula and put 3?
Yes. That's all. That's step number 1. If you go back, if you remember what we said now for this question, we have 2 ways. That's the first way. We use the function FOG to replace X with 2, or step number 2, or the way number 2, that we will find G of 2. After finding G of 2, we will use the answer at the function F to find the value.
Okay.
Again, for this one, how we can find it? At the first, step number 1, I will find G of 3. What is the value of G of 3? G of 3, which is 5 minus 3 to the power 2. So the answer now will be equals negative 4. Then step number 2, I will find f of negative 4. So it will be 3 times negative 4 plus 1. 3 times negative 4, negative 12, plus 1 equals negative 11. So the answer now would be negative 11. That's the same answer. Any problem for this one?
No.
Any problem? Because you will solve question number 11. Any problem? Okay, start solving. Solve question number 11 and send it to me, please.